Haydi bakalım. Horizon Forbidden West maceramıza tam gaz kaldığımız yerden devam. Şimdi o zımbırtıyı buldum. Şuradaymış. Şu imdat çağrısı. Bakıyoruz 237. İmdat kodu. 236 konteyner varmış bu arada. İlginç. Galiba saklı olduğu konteyner gizli burada. Şimdi ensemizde bitmesin bu herifler ya. Aha, klon mu lan o? Klon. Ben size söyleyeyim. Elizabeth Sobek. Abi şaka gibi ya. Ne oluyor ya?
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Benliğini mi?
Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're doing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsineth. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with.
Aha.
You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck, and goodbye.
Vay arkadaş ya.
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly. Aloy. Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Aaron?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare
Hadi
before
bakalım.
the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
Savaşa... Lan nasıl hazırlanalım? Ne yapalım? Tuzak mı kuralım yani? O da ne yer ya tuzağı? Kuralım.
Here it comes.
Aa, bu şeymiş.
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
Bunlar gökten inmiş ha.
That ought to help.
Five.
I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
Bak şu altı zayıf da oraya nasıl tutturacağım ben? Hah. Aha, burnu da zayıf galiba. Abi güçlüymüş. Ulan ne tez geldi bu namussuz ya. Oy. Lan bir dur. Namussuz.
That thing's quick.
Alttan da yemiyor ha hasarı. O zırhını kırabilir miyim onun ya? Oy! Kuyruk attı. Abi en güçlü silahımız bu. Bundan saldırıyoruz. Acayip ya. Zırhlı alt tarafında kalıyor.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Diğeri yolda ama ne? Nerede? Şuradan bir daha yapalım ya. O mızrak çok işe yarıyor ya. Çok güçlü bir mızrak. Onu yan görevde birlikte mi almıştık yoksa ben solo mu yapıp almıştım hatırlamıyorum ama birlikte yapıp almış da olabiliriz onu. Tesisten çık. Bu arada eşya kısmımı geliştirmem de gerekiyor aslında. Bir arka planda canlı hayvan farmı yapmam gerekiyor bu oyunda. Çıkmıyor lan oradan. Çıkıverse ne olacak yani? Şurada illa merdiven mi kullanacak ya? Oradan da tırmansın ama değil mi yani? Ne oluyor abi? Çatara çutara. Acayip sesler geliyor. Ulan Eren dayak yeme ha Tayf'tan. Kızım takılma. Eren'i dövüyorlar.
Eren, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. See what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Shields down. It's on the move.
Oo, zayıf bir yerine tutturdum. Bu var ya çok iyi ya. Bununla saplayacağız ya. Yapacak bir şey yok. Bununla saplayacağız. Kızım tamam buna kafa atmayalım. Şu kritiği saplasam aslında bunu var ya kesinlikle öldürürdüm ha. O kritiği saplamadım gidip. Aha bir şey düşürdü. Vallahi ilginç bir şey düşürdü.
Aloy, she's...
Öldü mü?
Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
Neyse yanımıza yancı aldığımız iyi olmuş bak. Nereye öldü o? Aa bak bu silahla dalabilirdik ona ha. O silah ben unutmuşum. Bu ne abi? Bunların indiği yerler mi? Peki. Şuradaki eriyen silahtan mı bahsediyor? Aynen bak, ona soğumasını bekleyelim falan demişti ya, o silahtan bahsediyor.
No. Damn it.
Kızım ortasındaki o topçuk işte, esas olay orada. Kabak gibi belli. Olay o çekirdekte yani, çünkü o belli.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should
Eyvallah.
check on the clone too. Burl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Varl ve klonla konuşalım önce, değil mi? Sonra da ekiple konuşuruz. Bir olay ne bitiyor? Bir anlayalım.
Glad you made it back okay.
Eyvallah genç.
She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello?
Bu kız bizden daha fazla şey biliyor olabilir. Bak ayaklanmıştır ha o.
It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury? Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome. I don't understand. Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant. Is there anything that can help? Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah.
Bir gözüne renk geldi değil mi böyle? İlkel dedi bu arada Focus için. Bunun kullandığı daha üst versiyonu demek ki.
I suppose you want information about you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago.
Oha!
You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What do they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you, does that mean that you're... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface. So that I could serve my function.
Kıllanmıştım var ya onların orijin olduğuna.
But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Vay.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. when we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to
Adamlara bak lan, kedi gibi dünyayı yok edip affedersiniz dünyanın içine sıçıp başka gezegene kaçıyorlar. Orada gezegen doğal afetten yok oluyor. Oradan da kaçıp geri dünyaya geliyorlar ha. 1000 yaşındalar mı artık? Vay arkadaş ya. Kedi gibi ya. 9 canlı mı 7 canlı mı derler.
Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise.
İlginç ya. Kendisiyle konuşuyor karakter de.
So we're dealing with the same far zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth.
Yani sıradan insanlar yapamaz.
Every resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end they always do what he says.
Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine wars. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony.
Vay arkadaş ya.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age too.
Vay arkadaş.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths...
Ulan aramıza ajan diye sokmasınlar bunu.
...facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eleuthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eleuthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber.
İyi de bu kız Gaia'nın şeyini nereden biliyordu?
There were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eleuthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done.
Vay vay vay vay.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface.
Vay arkadaş olayları kes ya.
Archive you mentioned part of that? parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress. Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Farrow purged it. The Zeniths have a copy, so it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it. To have all that knowledge just out of reach must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or so how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths? How did you know? Optimal strategy, so? Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaius is powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus. What? You don't have Hephaestus already? Gaius is still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die.
Şuna çak bir tane tokat kendine gelsin. Kendi kendini tokatla.
Now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
Kız bir an bir yükseldi ya. Göz kulak ol lan bak buna. Bu manyak kaçar maçar ha.
I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
Kızım bundan çıkan o Focus'un gelişmiş versiyonu böceği de kafamızdan çıkardık bak. Bu o kadar teknolojiyi yapan adamlar onun içine takip cihazı falan koyarlar. Üzerimizde geziyoruz onunla galiba. Şimdi zınk diye bizi bulmasınlar mekanda. Lan! Oğlum aşağı düşüyordum ha. Yanlış yere girdim. Aşağı düşüyorduk arkadaş. Gaia abla bak çok fena şeyler oldu ha. Çok acayip şeyler öğrendik.
Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Ben de ondan şüphelendim ha. Tam söyleyecektim benden önce davrandı.
He's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right.
Vay be.
Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Silent's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
Vay arkadaş ya. Aha, yan görev çıktı. Abladan yan görev çıktı. Şurada bunlar da var ya. Oo, sağlam malcuk kalıyorlar ha buraya. Vallahi bravo, bunları tebrik ediyorum. Şu an gerçekten sağlam malcuk kalamışlar oraya. Üst kat, üst kat. Şimdi bizim bir yan görevimiz vardı. Ona gideceğiz. Kana kan mıydı o? Aynen. Hemen şuradan bir dakika. Harita üst kat abi, üst. Kana kan. Şuralarda bir yerde o quest. Ulan arkadaş, oraya da şey yapamıyoruz ha. Vallahi gidemiyoruz. Bak şu an üst kat, üst kat. Etraf dolu. Ablanın yanına gideriz. Orada bir buluşuruz. Bakalım olay neymiş. Onu da bir anlamış oluruz hem. Mekana da geldik. Şuradan. Bu arada bir süremizi kontrol ettim. Nerede bizim atımız? Böyle gergedanımsı bir şey yakaladım. Artık yeni bineğimiz bu. Görüyor musunuz? Bu biraz daha devasa bir şey. Şurada da çatal boynuz mu ne var? Bundan da bir tane öldürdüm bu arada arka planda. Bayağı uğraştırdı beni namussuz ama. Vay. Yürü be. Bu biraz yavaş yalnız. Diğeri kadar hızlı değil. Ama daha güçlü. Ha işte bunlardan yakaladım. Benim anlayamadığım şey, bu bölge niye böyle? Hoppa. Ne oldu? Orada bir hayvan sesi duydum ya.
Aloy, the outpost is just over there. Are you ready?
Yes.
Aren't going to give up without a fight.
Then we'll have to give them one. The bloodshed won't end until Regala is defeated. What matters is their prisoner Nakala. Maybe she knows where Kavo's squad went.
Okay, let's head in then.
Yürü be abla be. Burada cukka varmış. Aha bak, malcuk almayı unuttuk, görüyor musunuz dostlar? Yemişimiz yok, yemişimiz sağlıklı yemiş. Ulan bu bölgede niye kum fırtınası var ya? Şunları bir teker teker işaretleyeyim. Asileri öldür. Peki. Bak o da mı bizim gergedandan yakalamış be? Şöyle yanaşır mı ya? Yanaşırsa bir stealth atabilir miyiz ona? Yok abi, yanaşmıyor. Vallahi önden daldık. Allah ne verdiyse giriyorum yani. Bu kum fırtınasında ben de göremem abi etrafı. Böyle bir şey var mı ya? Bir de bu arada ben biraz sessizlik kastığım için bunlar beni göremiyorlar. Yoksa normalde görürler yani, o kadar da değil. Bayağı bir sessizlik yeteneğine de üzerine çalıştım. Aha geldi vallahi. Gördüm. Hoho! Görüyor musunuz olayı? Abi şu kritik için ne kadar çabuk yerden kalkıyor ya. Biri bir yerden... Nerede o? Aa. Abla bana ok attı, görüyor musunuz? Headshot. Abla daha var mı bunlardan? Canım ne durumda onu göremedim de bir an. Abi bitmiyor mu lan mermin? Namussuz. Ya bir dakika ya. Şeyim yok mu potum? Allah Allah. Neyim yokmuş? Ha tamam, varmış bir tane potum zaten. O böğrüne soktum, böğrüne. Asileri öldür, opsiyonel. Nerede o? Abi bak gelmeyin bak. Tamam, hepsi bu kadarmış. Şimdi anahtarı mı? Vallahi hemen bulduk ha yeri de. Şans. Yapacak bir şey yok. Ulan Nakala, bir de saklanmış.
Chaplain? Is that you? And with an outlander. Whoa. How'd you end up down there?
Kaçmaya çalıştı muhtemelen.
They thought I'd give up intel about lowland squad movements by letting me bake in the sun. Managed to slip my bonds and make a run for it. They made me pay for that. Last thing I remember was a crack on the head and the taste of dirt. How'd you end up here?
We're looking for Cavo. His squad was last spotted leaving this outpost.
Ha bu değilmiş torunu ya. Ulan ben de bu zannettim ha.
My comrades got away, but I was taken. Cavo tied me to the post himself. If you're looking for him, Chaplain, I'm afraid you'll only find a dead end. His loyalties are clear. Do you know where his squad went? I overheard them mention Fall's Edge.
Then we'll pick the search up from there. I'll go ahead and meet you at Fall's Edge, southwest of here.
Dekka, if Cavo attacked her squad...
No! He's not lost to us yet. We have to find him and turn him from this path.
Okay. I'll see you there.
Abla inat etmiş. Yani onu diyor bulacağız.
That wound needs to be looked at. It'll scar. I just need to rest a bit. Then I'll report into the grove. I'm telling you.
Sen dinlen bakalım.
The chaplain might not want to hear it, but her grandson is a traitor. I guess we'll see about that.
Ve dostlar, buraya da bölüm sonu diyelim. Bir sonraki bölümde de şunun torununun peşine düşeceğiz. Onu bulacağız, adam edeceğiz. Sonraki bölümde görüşene dek hepiniz hoşça kalın. Kendinize çok iyi bakın.